Hey gang, and welcome back. These videos are brought to you by Card Conduit, the best place to sell your unused collection fast and easily. 401 Games, Canada's top shop for all your hobby and TCG needs. Dragon Shield, the strongest sleeves for your strongest decks. Moxfield, the easiest way to store and share your deck lists. And Foil Armor, flatten your foils fast. Sammy wins the die roll and starts us off. He draws, playing out Urza's Saga, and puts a lore counter onto it. Matthew's got an untapped Steam Vents, taking 2, and he casts Mana Vault. Max just plays a Tanglepool Bridge. Arja draws, playing Spymaster's Vault, which comes in tapped. Sammy plays a Plateau and casts an Arcane Signet. He taps that for Viscera Seer and passes. Matthew's got a Dragonskull Summit and plays the Best Boy, Amiiboy Changeling, and passes. Max has just got a Forest and casts a Mere Convert. Arja draws, playing a Forest and casting Skullbriar. He then swings his commander at Sammy. Sammy takes the 1, and Skullbriar gets a +1/+1 counter. Arja passes after that. Sammy draws and puts the final lore counter onto his Urza's Saga, floating a mana with it, and then sacrificing it to go find a Soul Ring. He then casts an Idol of Oblivion, and an Urbrask's Forge. Going to combat, he puts a counter onto the Forge and makes a Phyrexian Horror. He then taps the Idol to draw a card, and swings the Horror and Viscera Seer at Arja. Arja takes the hit for 2, and Sammy then sacrifices the Horror to the Viscera Seer, scrying 1 before passing. Matthew just plays a Spirebluff Canal, but still has enough mana to cast Sauron. Max draws and plays a Wasteland. He then uses it to destroy Sammy's Plateau and send a message, and passes. Arja's got a Swamp, and swings Skullbriar at Sammy again. This time he takes 2, and Skullbriar gets a counter, and Arja passes. Sammy's land drop is a City of Brass, and he goes to combat, adding a counter onto his Forge. He makes a 2/1 Horror, and sends it at Max. Max takes the hit for 2, and once more Sammy sacrifices the Horror to scry 1, and then taps the Idol of Oblivion to draw a card. In his post-combat main phase, Sammy then casts Talisman of Hierarchy, and then Zurgo. Responding to Zurgo, Matthew makes Sauron a Changeling thanks to his Amiiboy Changeling, and gets to amass onto him. Sammy then passes turn. Matt takes 1 from the tap Mana Vault and draws. He plays a Misty Rain Forest, and then casts a Changeling Outcast. Going to combat, Sauron goes at Arja, who takes the hit for 8, and Matt passes. Max has got a Willow Rush Verge and casts Traxos. He then passes, and during the end step, Arja casts Aegis Restoration, sacking the land to go and find 2 more. Arja's got a Llanowar Waste for turn, and he swings Skullbriar at Max. Max takes the hit for 3, and Arja adds a counter to his commander. His second main phase then has Vorinclex coming in, and he goes to find 2 forests to put to hand. Sammy draws and starts off his turn by casting Elspeth Stormslayer, and then upticks her to make 2 soldier tokens because of her doubling effect. He then taps the Idol to draw a card, and he goes to combat, putting a counter onto the Forge and then making 2 3/1s. Sammy then sends Zurgo at Max, and the 2 Horrors and the Mobilized tokens at Mathieu. Matt blocks 1 of the Horrors but takes the rest, and Sammy gets to draw off Zurgo as the token gets taken out. After combat, Sammy sacrifices all of his tokens to Viscera Seer, which in turn drains the table for 3 and scries 1 3 times. He then plays a Shattered Sanctum. Mathieu draws, plays a Mountain, and casts Demonic Tutor. He swings the Changeling Outcast at Sammy for 3, and the Amiiboy Changeling becomes the Ring Bearer. Matt then passes turn. Max draws and plays Academy Ruins, and then casts Aloy. He then swings Traxos at Elspeth, and the Traxos discovers into Urza. Sammy chumps with his 2 soldier tokens, but Elspeth still drops to 1. With the tokens getting taken out, Zurgo drains Sammy's opponents for 2. With nothing else, Max passes. Arja draws and casts his signature card, a Curse Marauder, and then activates the Spymaster's Vault and targets Skullbriar after the creatures are sacrificed. He connives and puts 2 +1/+1 counters onto his commander. He then plays a command tower and casts Unearth to try and bring back the Curse Marauder again. Matches had enough of this and counterspells the Unearth. With his plan countered, Arja then makes a deal with Sammy to not swing at Elspeth with a Skullbriar in exchange for not getting attacked. Sammy takes the deal, and Arja instead swings Skullbriar at his face, and Sammy just takes the hit. After that, Arja passes turn. Sammy's got a Sacred Foundry coming in untapped, losing 2, and he upticks Elspeth for 2 more soldiers. Sammy then taps the Idol of Oblivion, drawing a card. He continues with a Thunder of Unity, drawing 2 cards and losing 2 life. He then goes to combat and adds another counter to his forge, and then makes 2 4/1s. Sammy swings both of the horrors at Mathieu, and he blocks each of them, which has Sammy drawing 2 from Zurgo seeing them get taken out. With nothing else, Sammy passes. Mathieu's got to drown Catacombs, and he makes Sauron into a changeling again with the Amiiboy Changeling's ability. He then casts Widespread Brutality, amassing 2 on Sauron, and then wiping away the opposing boards. With Zurgo seeing the tokens get taken out, Sammy gets to drain his opponents for 2. Matt then swings Sauron at Elspeth to take her out, and he makes Sauron the ring bearer this time. And he uses Sauron's ability to discard his hand and draw 4. Matt then passes turn. Max has got a tapped Ruins of Orin Reef, and then casts the Regalia, passing. Arja's got a Dark Boar Pathway, and he recasts the Skullbriar, who's kept all of his counters because of his ability. He then swings Skullbriar at Sammy, and Sammy responds with Swords to Plowshares. With that on the stack, Arja casts Village Rites to sacrifice his commander, and decides to put him to the graveyard instead, and then draws 2. With nothing else, Arja passes. Sammy's got a command tower, and casts Elis Il-Kor. With it entering, he gets to drain his opponents for 1 with the Thunder of Unity, and he goes to combat, adding a counter to the Forge. He then makes a 5/1 horror token, and the Thunder drains everyone again, plus Elis Il-Kor gains him 1 life. Sammy then sends the horror at Arja, dealing 5. He then moves to a second main phase and casts Victimize, to try and get back Zurgo and the Viscera Seer. With the spell in the stack, Mathieu responds with Price of Fame on Elis, and Arja then responds to that with Abrupt Decay to take out the token, and it fizzles Victimize. Sammy does draw a card in response though from the idol, but can't find anything to push through a spell. He then casts Unearth and brings back Zurgo. Mathieu's upkeep has him untapping the Mana Vault, and Sammy attempts to abrade it before he draws. This has Mathieu responding by casting a reduced costing Bolt Bend, and he redirects the abrade to the Urbrass Forge, blowing it up instead, and he draws for turn. He plays a Haunted Ridge, and then casts Oubliette and targets Zurgo. Zurgo is phased out, and Mathieu then swings both of his creatures at Sammy to take him out as well. Matt then loots from being the ring bearer, and then uses Sauron's ability to discard his hand and draws 4. He passes after that. Max draws and casts Emery in his main phase, milling some cards. He then plays a Tree of Tales, and then Kappa Cannoneer. He passes after the Cannoneer resolves. Arja's land for turn is a Verdant Catacombs, which he cracks to find a swamp, and then pays 2 black for Sign in Blood. He targets himself to draw 2 and lose 2. Unfortunately, with nothing but lands though, Arja just passes the turn. Mathieu draws, playing out Soul Ring, and then Swiftfoot Boots. He swings his Amiiboy Changeling at Arja, and Sauron at Max. Mathieu gets to loot off being the ring bearer, and before damage, Arja channels Beseiju on the Swiftfoot Boots, but then gets taken out. Max jumps with Emery though, and Mathieu then moves to a second main phase, and then casts Disciple of Bolas, which as it comes in, sacrifices Sauron. This has Mathieu drawing 10 and gaining 10, He then casts Dark Ritual, making 3 black mana, and uses some of it for Maskwood Nexus, and then casts a Bag of Holding. Max's turn has him casting Sculpting Steel, and has it come in as a copy of the Kappa Cannoneer. Max then plays a tapped Scene of the Crime. This in turn makes the Cannoneer unblockable, and gives it a counter, and he swings it at Mathieu for 7. Matt takes the 7, and Max just has to pass. Mathieu draws, plays a Swamp, and casts Terminate, targeting the Kappa Cannoneer copy and paying for the ward cost. With it on the stack, Max taps it to recruit up the Regalia to make it a creature. Mathieu then casts Deadly Rollick though, and takes out the Regalia as well. Matt then swings out at Max, and with no blockers, takes him out through combat damage. Game review time. So there's a healthy amount of removal, board wipes, and a decent counterspell. But I will say that the best card of this game was my beautiful blobby blue boy. I won't hear any words against him, as he was definitely the strongest card this game, by a huge margin. He made Sauron so powerful, and just awesome. And he got large enough to take out 2 players, which is just great to see. This video wouldn't be possible without the help from my sponsors, but it definitely wouldn't be possible without the help from you, the viewers, and my patrons. So I just want to say thank you for watching, and to remember, friends are just opponents you haven't eliminated yet.